It looks even better with the live on it. It's like we're fucking important.
That is cool. You ready? We are now
30,
live.
30 seconds of silence?
Yes, please.
All right, sir. What's up, everybody? Big Lovin, my guy Don DellaSnooch. How's it going? Welcome to episode 12 of the Escape Pod, Back to the Future, something, dark side. Here we go. We got some things to get into first. Pass that over to my man Don.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all your favorite podcast apps, including iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. Check out our sister pods on the Podbelly Network. If you want to help us grow the show, please consider becoming an Escape Pod crew member on patreon.com. There's 3 budget-friendly tiers that you can help us fund the hosting costs of the Escape Pod, future equipment upgrades, and resources so that we can bring Comic-Con experiences to you. Find us at patreon.com and search ATSW The Escape Pod in the search creator bar.
Got to give some shout-outs. Shout-out, always got to start first and foremost with All Things Star Wars Podcast, the Mothership, to our guys, Jason and Dave. They're always the first on the list. Got to shout them out every time. Use and Abuse, their music podcast. Wherever you can get your podcast, you can get them there as well. Check out our man, Layman's Terms, on YouTube only. He does a little late-night rants. Fucking fantastic. Check out Big Swede's Excellent Adventure and Tactical Swede and Swede this, that, and the other thing. Swede Part 3, the trilogy. Swede Takes Over the World, and This Is Swede, a biography.
Dude, did you see that video the other night? Were you in that live?
Can I say something first?
Yeah, bro.
Let's get into it, man.
Hey, we're into it.
Fuck yeah, I got in. That shit, I was impressed. All of it, how I thought of how all of that had come together. I was impressed by all of that, dude.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And the editing was great.
Oh, hell yeah.
Before we get too deep into the show, I got a few nonsensical things to get into.
We'll get into it, my friend.
First off, I got the big reveal of my new bucket because I brought it into the lab today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's taking off the hat. It's cereal. Oh, it's cereal. That's fucking sweet. Dude. Yes, dude. Rock and roll, man. That turned out awesome.
That shit's sweet, right?
That turned out most excellent, man.
I can't wait to wear it at cons.
Yeah. I kind of finished mine, not completely, but I'll bring that in here in an episode or two.
I got you a present. You can't have it because it's here and you're there.
Yeah.
But it'll be sitting on your chair when you get here.
Yes.
Oh, it's too close.
That's awesome, dude.
Isn't that fucking sweet?
That's incredible.
Where did I find that?
That's incredible.
That website that we get all them fucking t-shirts from.
Oh, really?
Ripped Apparel.
Ripped Apparel. Dude, I appreciate that, man.
That's cool, right?
That's really cool, man. Thank you. That hits all the Brady nerd. And
we got this really cool gift package from our friend over at the Layman's Lounge.
Oh, I like that. The Layman's Lounge.
Keith sent us a care package.
Nice.
And I'm going to open it up and show you what's in. Ooh. First, there's a Ziploc baggie.
Oh, that's what they do in New Jersey. Oh,
no,
shit. The
there's
devil's
no weed in here. Thank
Oh.
God there's no fucking white powder.
Well, sometimes with those rants, you never know.
Keith writes, Don and Brady, thank you for all the continued support for layman's terms. You guys are kicking ass on your show. I sent you notebooks and coasters. Sorry, it's not Star Wars. So you guys can write notes during during drunken stupors.
Oh, yes.
Again, thanks so much for the ramen noodles. Stay safe. P.S. Nice show. Yeah, nice shows. Go blue.
Hell yeah. Way to get that in there.
Remember, it's not how far you go. It's how go you for. How go you far. I can't read for some reason.
I love Keith. It all makes sense, man.
Keith sent us these sweet coasters.
Dude, he's already got coasters, man.
I know, right?
Step it up. The layman's term lounge has coasters. I want to sit in the layman's term lounge.
It says ignorance and drunken banner right on it. So that's
cool. That's fantastic. I need a koozie.
Those are sweet. And they deaden the thump on the table. So
yeah.
And then he got to see
coasters.
I can't fucking open it. Keith's in the chat. He can probably tell you where we got those from.
Oh, I was trying to look something else up. Is Keith in the chat? Keith is in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
In and out and repeat. Rinse, repeat, wash. Do it all, man.
And he got to see sweet Harry Potter notebooks.
No, they're not Harry Potter. I thought that's what we said.
Weasley's Wizardly Weasels.
Oh, shit.
Weezes. Weasley's Wizard Wheezies.
Oh, shit. West Side. That's what it is.
They're sweet.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be awesome for making show notes and stuff for. Thanks, man. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Keith. We appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Check out Layman's Terms, YouTube. Definitely. He's fucking hilarious. That guy makes me laugh so hard, man.
A lot. I laugh a lot.
He'll be serious, and I see the humor in it, and it's just fantastic. I love his sense of humor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You ready to get into the movie news?
But I like the dude. He's a good guy.
Yep. I drank a beer with him.
I drink a case with him if you want him.
Yeah. Yeah.
We can get silly.
I might drink a case tonight, so if he stays in the chat, we might do it together.
Well, did you already finish off the rest of my fucking case?
Oh, no.
Oh, that's what you're finishing off?
I might finish it tonight, though.
Yeah, you're a son of a bitch.
I got to go back to work. I'm getting through a fifth of whiskey about every 4 days.
No, I can't. Tone down the whiskey drinking. Don't think like that.
I got to go back to work, so I got something better to do with my time.
But are you playing video games?
I'm playing video. Well, the problem is I can drink whiskey and play video games.
Exactly. So no, you're a twofer right there. That's two things at once.
I know. I'm a multitasker.
Yeah, multitask the best you can. I like it. You keep going, buddy.
But over the last week, I've completely gutted out the floor and the kitchen, the dining room, the front bathroom, the entry stairway.
Hey, did you ever think that might be your spinach? I'm just saying. Like,
whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh, like my Popeye spinach?
It's like your Popeye spinach.
You might be right.
I think I am right.
Fair enough.
No, absolutely fair enough. You get your superpowers the next day. Like most people would be hungover and they'd be like, "Oh, I can't do this." You're like, "I think I'm gonna put in the kitchen fucking floor."
That happened when we were in New Jersey. Remember?
Exactly.
I was laying on the floor trying not to puke the night after the show, and then the next morning I'm like, "Let's go."
Yeah.
You're like, dude.
I drank so much that night. I think there was only one Corona left.
Yeah.
And I brought over an 18 pack, and it was a good time. Oh,
Yeah. Me and Dave drank almost that entire fifth.
yeah, you could tell. you get to the end of the episode, it's like, Howard, yeah.
Well, to draw a parallel, I drank that same amount of whiskey over at Lance's for New Year's, and I was able to walk a straight line. So apparently, I'm just getting better with age.
It's New Jersey air.
Is that what it was? It was intoxicating.
It really fucks you up there.
Yeah, a lot of pollution.
Tons of pollution, man.
Yeah, so I got it out that floor, and then I've relaid wood flooring on the entire dining room and kitchen and that bathroom. I still got to do the front entryway and the 2 closets, but
yeah, it was looking good from what it was to what it is. It looks sharp. Are you putting an island back?
Yeah, I'm going to take a couple of those cabinets, and then I bought the stuff to build like a roller caster system underneath it.
Right.
And so then there'll be two cabinets. Of course, I got to pay somebody to make countertops, but
if we weren't so far deep into what this is going on in life, I'd be over there to help you. But
I know everybody was going to come over and help.
I think it was a stretch finish in the studio, you know. If we hadn't have been just knowing that we were there almost every other day, well, I was there almost every other day after work. It was fine, but now I've been to the grocery store, you've been to the grocery store, I've been here, you've been there, kind of shit.
Yep.
So
yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. Nobody can get together right now and just do things that we all planned on doing.
No. But eventually the time will come, man. You got to try to make the best of it. It sucks, man. I have my moments where I literally will be like, what do I do? I didn't realize how much I was constantly doing shit, not at home.
Right.
Now it's like, but I don't know. It's done me good. Me and the wife have come up with a better financing plan. So we're handling our finances a different way and in a more positive, better direction. So that's been good.
Yep. I'm saving a dick ton of money.
Yeah. I am too, man. I am too.
I'm making a couple $100 less every other week and fucking ended up with more money at the end of the pay period.
I'm not spending it on it as frivolous shit because I can't go nowhere.
Right.
And I don't I've been buying car parts to fix the Jordan's truck. Me and Jordan switched trucks. I took his truck and I gave him the Escape.
Uh-huh.
And because he's going to be driving all the time and shit, a further distance than me. So, you take this, I'll take your truck. So I've been buying parts to fix his truck. And it's just like, I got spoiled with Amazon, dude. Amazon was like 2 days, I got it. Now it's like a week and 2 days. And I get it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hate you, Amazon.
You're like leaning up against the door going, oh, please, where are you?
Yeah, you keep going to check the mail. You're like, are you here? Where have you been?
Where have you been? Well, hell, I ordered this shirt 2 months ago, and I almost forgot I ordered it. I mean, it showed up, and I'm like, what did I buy? What? Then I opened it up, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I noticed I ordered something. We're talking about Amazon. I bought a Funko Pop, and I guess I just did not pay attention to when this Funko Pop came out. It's the Armorer from Mandalorian, and I don't get it till July, and it shows as shipped.
Right.
But I don't get it till July.
Well, like I've got that new video camera for the studio. I want to say now 2.5 months ago on Groupon.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Groupon's always slow as fuck.
Right.
But 2.5 months, it's literally been sitting in a USPS depot in Indiana.
Right.
For 2 months.
That's crazy.
At least 6 weeks.
That's crazy, dude.
And I asked Tisha's uncle, who's a postmaster, like, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, there's just stuff that's disappeared in the system that probably won't get ironed out until people go back to work.
That's crazy as shit, man.
Yeah, because it's just buried behind other shit that's not getting handled.
I believe it though, man. I believe it. You look at these places, they're crowded because there's not a lot of people working.
Yeah.
You know, people are going to get, you know, I'm not going to get frivolous stuff. I'm going out to get groceries or home items that we may run out of, you know, toiletries and things of that nature. You go to the store and it's pretty crowded, but I don't see people getting frivolous stuff. I see people grocery shopping.
Well, you should go to Lowe's and Menards.
Oh, really?
Since Governor Whitmer opened it up so that you could buy lawn care stuff and shit like that.
Yeah.
Every fucking have no reason to be out in public motherfucker is out wandering around with no mask on, just fucking picking up petunias.
Yeah.
Like, for fuck's sakes.
Right.
You don't need that. Go home. You aren't working on a project. You're literally going to buy shit to entertain yourself.
If you are doing a buy shit, do that curbside stuff.
Yeah.
Do the curbside. You can virtually shop.
Right. But I mean, you don't actually need to plant flowers. You can just not plant flowers this year and it's okay. Yeah,
it'll be fine. You'll save yourself some money and a hassle. Find a new hobby for the year and you'll be good.
For fuck's sakes. And it's not even that I'm going into a Dave rant here. It is not even that they are going to the store to get stuff. Like, I just don't give a shit. Go to the store, get stuff. You know, everybody can stay 6 feet apart, wear their fucking mask, go in, get your shit, and get the fuck out, right? Oh, no. These motherfuckers are shopping. Yeah. They don't even know why the fuck they're there. They're just walking around, looking at shit, going, well, maybe that would be nice.
Yeah, those are I'm with you. Those are the annoying ones.
And almost every fucking time, it's those motherfuckers that don't have masks on.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a guy, not to make this political at all, but everybody knows kind of how, what my, the way I lean. Right. There's this guy, real nice guy. He was super cordial the whole time. No mask on, Trump 2020 shirt on, Trumpster hat on, blah, 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 blah. Telling me all about how he found a toilet on the side of the road that was a brand new toilet, so he didn't have to buy one, and he was going to go to the store. And the whole time he's telling the story, he keeps getting closer and closer, and I'm backing up and backing up, and he's closer. And I'm like, listen, dude, you seem real nice.
You need to back up.
Yeah, I'm going to impeach you right here in this fucking aisle.
Yeah, you're too close, man. Choke him out.
And I went out and I started talking to Tisha about it. And I'm like, this fucking Trump, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you don't fucking know that why do you act like that? Why do you get all bent out of shape about people's fucking politics? And I was like, he's wearing a shirt.
Like, oh. Was it a cool guy one though? Like the hip hop artist that airbrushes?
No. I never, ever, ever go into fucking Lowe's in a shirt that says I'm a liberal snowflake asshole. I just don't do it.
I got my son a patch. I bought Jordan a patch to put on his backpack, and it's one of those rubberized patches, and it has a snowflake in the middle. It's OD green with a different color or a black font, and it says special snowflake on it.
Uh-huh.
I love it, man. He wears that pretty proudly too.
Your son's
so far from a snowflake, but it's fun.
Your boy is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like to think so. I did one thing right.
What?
I said I did one thing right.
Well, at least one.
Right.
The girls are pretty swell too.
Thanks.
You ready to get into the movie news? You're first up.
Yeah. AMC and Regal Theaters have refused to show Universal movies after Trolls World Tour released on home video. I guess they put it out there. It was more of a rental. I don't think it was to own. It was like $20 for 4 days, or it was something like that. But I guess it did so well and it had such a great success that AMC and Regal said, no, man, you're putting people out of work here that, look forward to these movies and putting these movies out for showtimes, and you're making the money at home and it's cutting us out. And so they're both done with Universal movies for the time being. We'll see how long that sticks once this is all said and done, because that's money you might be missing out on.
Yeah, it's real easy to throw your dick away or dick around when you got nothing at stake.
Exactly.
But,
we'll see how that. I'll be making sure, because I go to the AMC theater. I prefer the AMC theater in town over the Jackson 10. That's just my preference.
We're definitely different there. The seats there blow.
There's one theater that has good seats, but I will agree with you there. The seat quality is fair enough. And it's just
there's a fucked up gap in the back of them.
It was the first theater I went to when I moved here, and I've just gone to it ever since. I've just preferred it. I don't know why. I've just preferred it. So I lost my train of thought.
We're talking about how AMC won't show.
Oh yeah. So they're done, but I'm gonna keep watching that because I go to that theater and I'm gonna check out to see if they're showing because that has to affect everything though. Like I would think that would affect the previews you show before a movie. I would assume that would affect a whole hell of a lot.
Yeah, how does that work? Do you advertise movies that you're not going to play?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a choice? Because I think those trailers come out.
They're set by the movie coming out. Yeah, there's some sort of. So I'm interested to see how this plays out after life goes back to quote unquote normal.
Right. Yeah, so, I keep hearing people say that too, quote unquote normal. And I don't know if we know what normal is going to be. After 9/11, things weren't ever normal again.
Right.
So I think that, and I don't like the phrase new normal either. Things are definitely going to be different after this.
Oh, for sure. I think you're going to see more people who are germaphobes.
Yeah. There's a possibility that things like movie theaters stop actually being a thing.
Yeah, that could be.
And I will hate that. I love movie theaters.
I don't see movie theaters going away. Well, I don't know. With all these streaming services.
Right, that's the thing. This might be the catalyst that makes people switch.
Right. Well, because go ahead. I
can see spending $15 for a brand new movie to watch at home. Have a couple people over, $15.99, whatever.
Like a pay-per-view fight.
Yeah. Especially if I could buy the movie, like if for $25, let's say, you're going to sell me the movie. Okay? I get to watch it now, one time, and then you're going to send me the DVD, in 3 months or whatever.
Oh, it'll be more than $25. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if I can get a live screening of a brand new movie theater movie.
You might have two choices. I can see having two choices. That'd be nice. Where I can watch it one time for this price and then not get the DVD, or I can buy it for this price and when it comes out, I can get the DVD. That'd be pretty cool.
Right.
I can see, but like you said, I don't want to see it go away because I love the movie theater experience.
Right.
There's nothing like seeing a new awesome superhero Avengers, Star Wars on the big screen, man. There's nothing like it.
Well, there's a phenomenon that exists about experiencing a thing in public with a group of people.
Right.
Like I love going to or listening to music. There is nothing like being in a cramped theater with 3,000 or 4,000 people listening to one of your favorite bands fucking jam out.
Oh, yeah.
Being at DTE with 30,000 people while fucking Dave Matthews Band is, and then everybody's just fucking baked on the hill, fucking smacking beach balls around.
Right.
You can't recreate that on your home stereo. Same thing with movie theaters. There's something about, that's a bummer. I love Tool, Lunar Girl. There's something about
that's
at a theater with, a couple hundred people watching the new Star Wars movie on opening day.
Right. When we went, it was a thing when we went. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had a great time.
Yeah, you're not going to get that in your living room.
No, you're really not. You're going to have somebody who, for the sake of being in the living room, is going to be like, can we hit pause? I got to go pee.
Now, I will say, I remember back in the 90s. No, I take that back. The late 80s.
Oh, shit.
Maybe not even late. Let's call it mid 80s. Kind of still somewhat fresh out of the recession that came from the end of the 70s, and people didn't really have a bunch of dick off money to be taking the fam to the theater and blah, blah, blah. And I remember the new comedy specials would come out and my folks would go rent a copy and a bunch of their friends would come over. They'd all smoke grass in the yard and come in and fucking watch, Eddie Murphy or whatever.
Now that you talk about it, I don't really remember going to see movies till probably 1989, 1990 is when we really as a family started going. I don't know if it was because of my age, but I know we didn't really go to movies that often until about that time.
Yeah.
And it seems like, because I remember going to see Back to the Future, what this show is about, going to see Back to the Future Part 2 and 3 in the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
And that was 89, 90. So.
Yep. Well, I remember seeing Empire, Jedi, Roger Rabbit, Back to the Future.
The first one?
Yeah.
You saw the first one in the theater?
Yeah. Well, I was 6.
Yeah. But still, that's still cool, though. I didn't see any of them on big screen. I didn't see the first one on big screen. I've seen the second and the third one, and I would love to see the first one on big screen.
Right. But you're talking, that's what, 5 movies over the span of
5 movies that you can remember.
Yeah, but I think that was about probably what I went to see. Those were big events.
You go see Spaceballs in theater?
No.
No?
I remember going to see An American Tail.
I remember going to see, I remember going to see that. I hate that movie.
Really?
I think it's fucking sad, man.
It is sad.
I fucking hated that as a kid. It was sad.
Oh, and what was the one with Billy Joel where he played a dog?
Oh, no,
not Aristocats. Cats. Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company. That's right.
I remember seeing that at the theater. So that's 7 movies that I probably remember seeing in a span of about 5 years.
Right.
Now, on a given year now, I take my kids. I get kind of bitter if I don't see a movie every month.
Yeah, I'm wondering how you're holding up now.
Yeah, not good. Not good. Sometimes I make a bucket of popcorn and I spill it on my floor and I walk away.
Spill your drink. You're like, I'm fucking out of here. Wife comes home. She's like, what the fuck is this? You're like, I'm trying to get that movie theater experience. Clean that shit up.
Make her put on a little red vest.
Right. She would beat you with the fucking flashlight.
Get her one of those vacuums that don't have a motor.
Right. She would beat the shit out of you with it. She would pick it up and just whack the fuck out of you with it. You think it's funny?
Yeah, but I mean, in the summer, blockbuster season, I go to the movies every fucking week. Sometimes twice.
You're a movie going. Well, now that my kids are getting older, we've been going to movies a little bit more often. But it's expensive to take. It's expensive. A family of 7 to go to the movie theater. Woo, buddy.
I love them, but fuck them. I go to the movies by myself.
I did that. I went and saw The Last Bad Boys by myself.
Yeah, I will go see a movie, and then if I like it, I'll take Tisha. And she's like, "You're not gonna see it again." I says, "If it's good, I'll watch it twice."
Yeah, for the most part, I go see the big budget movies. That's what I stick to. There's a few that the last non-big budget movie I think I went and saw, me and Jordan went and saw Alita.
Yeah. Oh, I loved Alita. That was fantastic. That was big budget.
I hope they make it. Was it?
Yeah, it was like $115 million movie.
I hope they make a sequel.
I'm gonna look it up just to make sure, but it was expensive.
Yeah, well, I know there's a lot of CGI, and I know that shit ain't cheap, but that was a pretty sweet ass movie, man. I was definitely a fan of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I loved it. I've probably seen it about 5 times.
Really?
In fact, I came across the DVD the other day while I was helping Mike. Michael had an assignment where he had to watch a pop culture movie. And he's like, I don't know what a pop culture movie is, blah, 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 blah. So I reached into the cabinet and I grabbed Ready Player One. And I says, this is a movie about pop culture.
No shit. Hell yeah, it is.
He's like, I love that movie. I says, well, go for it.
There you go.
Alita Battle Angel had a budget of $170 million.
Damn.
And it made $400 million worldwide.
I hope that says sequel.
Yeah, I imagine it probably anytime you more than double your money.
Yeah, that's a badass movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Continue, my friend.
Oh, well, we managed to get through Universal.
This week. We're going deep off the rails this week.
We are. That's fine, though.
Stay with us, people. Stay with us. We're here. Bring it in. What do you want to talk about? Get it in the comments.
For people who are PlayStation 4 people, PlayStation people, the Uncharted movies release date got moved up to July 16th, 2021, which is pretty sweet. You probably never played those Uncharted games, have you?
I did, but I guess the setting was too difficult, and they fucking kicked my ass.
They can be tough. Snowpiercer, the TV show, premieres on TNT May 17th. With Jennifer Connelly in it.
Jennifer Connelly's hot.
Ah, so hot.
What's the movie she was in where they were stuck in the Target overnight?
Career Opportunities.
That's the movie for me with her.
Yeah. That was definitely one of my favorites.
Growing up as a kid, that was like, I'm the nerd cleaning the Target, and that's the hot chick.
Going back a couple of episodes, that's one of those movies that they used to play on HBO all the time, and I bet you I've seen it fucking 50 times.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yep. But anybody who doesn't know who Jennifer Connelly is, like we say, she was in Career Opportunities. She was in Labyrinth. She was in The Rocketeer. And I was going to throw a idea at you for another episode, buddy. I wouldn't mind doing an episode sometime where we talk about The Rocketeer.
Oh, I can get into that. I'd have to watch it again, but I can get into that because I remember loving that movie as a kid.
I think that's one of those movies that needs to be remade.
I don't know if I want it remade. I don't know. That'd be tough, man. The aesthetic of that movie was so good. I love that movie.
I mean,
it's
hard to get people interested in something that's, and it was kind of only half done.
Yeah.
Like if you pay any attention to the lore behind that, the actual like comic book run and stuff like that, they only did about half of the story.
Yeah, no, I haven't paid attention to it, but I love that movie as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
I guess it's one of those things. It's like if you do it, don't fuck it up.
Maybe not a remake of that movie, but a reimagining of the story. Yeah. Yes.
A sequel touching on the stuff that happened, but
yes.
I can get into that.
Yeah. Pete Davidson's got a new movie coming out called The King of Staten Island. Anybody who doesn't know who Pete Davidson is, he's on Saturday Night Live. And he's that was directed by Judd Apatow, I guess. So going back to what we were talking about with AMC and Regal Theaters and stuff, this is another movie that's not getting released in the theater that was supposed to be a big theatrical release. It's going straight on demand. He's
a hit and miss guy for me. Pete Davidson, sometimes I find him funny and sometimes I find him stupid.
Have you seen some of his stand-ups, dude?
No.
His stand-ups are worth your time.
Okay. I'll check out a stand-up. I'm talking strictly Saturday Night Live, which I'm not the biggest fan of anyways, you know.
Well, the thing about Saturday Night Live is the thing that you're watching some of those people do isn't necessarily their work.
Right.
You know, like he'll be doing a skit. That's not necessarily his skit.
Right. He's playing a character
somebody wrote for him.
Right, right.
So, I mean, and I like you know who A.D. Bryan is, right?
No. If you point him,
she's on the show now, a little bit thicker. In fact, yeah, okay. So I don't like her on Saturday Night Live most of the time.
Right.
She has a show on I believe Netflix called Shrill.
Mm-hmm.
That is fantastic. And she's like a co-writer and like co-producer on it. Like it's actually her work. And that show is fucking fantastic. Gave me a completely new appreciation for her in general.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check it out.
Anyway, video games. Game coming out called Maiden Tower for the Xbox and PC. Looks like an 8-bit era JRPG. It actually, after looking at it, I was like, I bet you Jess will play this. It looks cool, but it's very Super Nintendo era Final Fantasy looking game.
Fun, not my wheelhouse.
Right. Game coming out for the Switch called Gun Crazy. It's an arcade style shoot 'em up.
I can see that being fun with the controllers and stuff for Switch and everything.
Yep, it very much looks like a late 80s, early 90s arcade cabinet fucking game.
Yeah, yeah.
Super Contra kind of looking.
Right.
There's a game called Anti-Graviator coming out for the Xbox. Looks like a modern version of F-Zero.
F-Zero was pretty hardcore back in the day, man. I remember that being a game a lot.
This is one. It was one of the first games I've seen for the Xbox where I was like, man, I wish I had an Xbox.
Well, I'll get it. You can come over and play. We'll kick it 1992 style.
I'll wear a garbage bag from head to toe and a respirator.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that's going on. Fuck, never mind.
Star Wars Pod Racer, coming out for the Nintendo Switch. I'm totally buying this shit.
Yeah, I know we've spoke upon that a few episodes back, but that's pretty exciting. I don't have a Switch. My son has a Switch. I wonder if he's gonna get it. If he doesn't get it, I might have to see about finding a copy of that and playing it myself.
Yeah, get one of them for the girls, man.
Yeah.
You can be like, this was for the girls, and then
Minecraft for Switch.
Yeah.
Then I think that would work. I can get that. That way I can get Minecraft.
Yep, you can. Yeah, it's got Minecraft and Roblox and all that shit.
Well, there you go. I get those two things the girls are in.
Right. There's a game coming out called The Persistence on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox. It's a science fiction horror shooter. And I don't know if you saw it in the notes. You have to pee. Already?
I started a little early.
All right.
We were judging people today. So you want to take a commercial break?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I figured out that after the last time editing the show, I've got to put a big 30-second pause in there when the break starts. Otherwise, I can't find the son of a bitch when I'm trying to edit. Yeah, Dave, I'll play Racer for quite a bit. That's one of those games that you can just pop on and play for a while, kind of like Mario Kart. At least there's no red in the background. Oh, I know it. He finally burned that sheet. It's good. It's good. Everything going on okay over there in New Jersey, Dave? I hear you guys are getting beat up with the coronavirus. What's everybody else up to tonight? I love talking to myself. What else have I missed in the chat? So, Wes, you were mad when they remade Judge Dredd and Total Recall? I got to say, I enjoyed both of those. They were definitely different, but I enjoyed both of them.
I haven't seen the second one, the Keith Urban one, or whoever the fuck played it. Carl Urban,
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that one yet.
I think it's way worthwhile.
Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of the Sylvester Stallone one. That shit was fucking crazy. I think it was made a little ahead of its time.
Yep. I kind of feel the same way about The Fifth Element too. The Fifth Element was just about 5 years early.
I love that movie. My family loves that movie.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen that. It's one of my fucking favorites.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Are you classified as a human being? Negative. I am a meat popsicle.
Negative. I am a meat popsicle. I love it. Oh, fuck. All right, man. Are you ready to rock and roll?
Yep. Everybody's yelling at me because I like these remakes. This is the way I look at remakes, okay? You can remake a movie and it doesn't take away the old movie. Like, you can remake a movie, you can do all this new shit to it, and it does not make my original fucking fantastic movie gone. I can still watch it.
What about when they add more lore to the movie you liked?
I'm all for that. As long as I can still watch it in the original format. What things that piss me off is like the Star Wars Special Edition. I love them. But damn it, why the fuck can't I find the original?
No, I agree. Yeah.
Sometimes I want to watch the one that doesn't have fucking dewbacks walking around in town.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, by all means, write me a new version of a story that I love, but don't take away my original.
Right. All right. Are you ready? 30 seconds of silence.
Yeah. Waiting on a siren.
We were doing good, and then you opened your fucking mouth.
No, it was too loud. It just showed up on the editing track.
Well, you're going to have to get over it.
Okay, do it again.
You fucking idiot. And we're back. Continue with the fucking video game news.
That was. Do you feel better?
Dude, I feel like 10 pounds lighter and I just pissed.
Wow, that's a lot of urine.
It was.
And then as far as we only got one more video game because I should have just told you to wait.
You should have, but you didn't. And we're here now.
All right, back to video game news, I guess. New World. Nope, scratch that. Flip it, rub it down.
Oh, wow.
There's a game called New World coming out for the PC. It looks like a giant sandbox game. Kind of play how you want. You can be a bad guy, good guy. You can help people. You can steal from people. You know, it's watching them talk about the game. Kind of left me with the impression that they're literally throwing a bunch of elements at you, and what you do with it is on you.
Dude, I don't know if I'm getting older. I am so like, I like these video games, and it takes so much to get me out of liking other shit. Like, I respect that we do video game news on this show because there's probably a lot more other people who are like, I do not feel the way you do. But, like, I like my Maddens. I like my 2Ks. I like my Grand Theft Autos. I like my Call of Duties. Those are the games I stick to. I don't branch too far out from those games. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I like what I like, and it's a struggle bus to get outside of that.
It brings me to my next question. What are you playing this week?
What have I been? Oh, fuck. I just downloaded yesterday. I downloaded this mountain bike. Oh, fuck, man. It's like a mountain bike downhill freestyle game. You do tricks and shit, and it's like a time trial. You got to.
Like a Dave Mirra game?
No, because it's more of a side scroll. It's a side scroll with a little bit of the 3D element into the side scroll where it'll kind of rotate the frame and then bring it back, and you're going back to a side scroll. I can't remember it. Hopefully next week I'll remember what it's called, but I played that for about an hour this morning. I just downloaded that this morning. It was pretty fun, but I've been sticking to my 2K, man.
All right.
I've been playing 2K, and I've been playing Grand Theft Auto trying to win the cars in the casino.
Yeah, I just been trying to finish up Fallout 76. They came out with that new Wastelander expansion. So
how's that going? Because I know you spoke about an episode before.
The game is a lot better. It's a lot more Fallout and a lot less abandoned wasteland. The game,
right?
I'm enjoying it. It's tainted by the damage that the first year and a half of this game launch did. So, yeah. Like, I'm not experiencing the world through this lens like new players are.
Right.
I can imagine if I was a brand new player going, this is sick.
Yeah, you'd be like, this is really cool. This is what you would initially wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we wanted to begin with. So now a year and a half, like I've already played through there's nothing for me to explore other than the new shit that they dropped in here and there.
Right.
Which is, pretty, it's more facade than anything else. But it's a new interesting way to experience that world. So I'm in. And I happen to have a lot of extra time right now.
Right, exactly. And you're still playing it, so obviously it's still speaking to you.
Yeah. Well,
you've already played a game before.
I'm more playing it to get through it and see what it is that they did.
I gotcha.
I probably if I was a more well-adjusted grown-up, I probably would be like, I don't got time for this.
But fuck that. We don't have time to be well-adjusted. That's stupid. Yeah.
I've already invested probably 120 hours. I might as well see what the next 20 they cooked up is.
Exactly.
I'll probably drag it out another 50 hours. So that's video games.
Sports. As far as sports, we really don't have shit more to talk about. There was the NFL draft. Hopefully your team drafted who they want. and who you wanted. Hopefully you got who you wanted to get, but I don't really follow the draft like some people. Like I spoke on it last episode, but I'm not one of those guys who goes over and let's have a draft party. Like when I was younger, I did that, but it was more to drink than it was to actually watch the fucking draft. I could care less.
Right.
But as an adult, it's like I paid attention to who the Raiders were looking at, who they picked up. I looked at who Detroit got. I looked at, your first 5 picks, but other than that, I really didn't care.
Right.
And other things going on in sports, some of the sports leagues that are out now, your basketball, baseball, they're trying to find ways to come back, start playing, but there's nothing in place. Nothing's happening. So with that being said, there's really nothing going on in sports. I
guess the NHL is talking about just having the playoffs.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah. As far as what I paid attention to in the draft, Penn State had a good showing in the draft.
Yeah.
I think they had 4 or 5 guys go, and I think they even had a first rounder. Ohio State killed it because they're assholes and they can go fuck themselves.
Scott said the last time he watched the draft was 1993. He's very specific.
Yeah, I remember. I was there.
He was like, and fuck that draft.
And fuck that draft. It was the worst one ever. Let's see. Wisconsin had a couple guys go. I don't think anybody from MSU went, which makes me so happy. I can't even begin to tell you how happy.
I'm sure it does. But see, on the level that you paid attention to it, I didn't. How do you feel about the Detroit pick? Because they got that. Am I confusing him with the Oakland pick? I think I'm confusing him with the Oakland. Yeah, I'm confusing him with the Oakland. I feel indifferent because Oakland picked up a cornerback from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
And he's projected to be a great cornerback. And it's like, oh, I'm happy for my fucking team, but it's like, fuck.
Yeah. Well, the Lions picked up a Buckeye, and they didn't pick up anybody from U of M. So I'm really happy as far as that goes, because that just tells me that people who went to Ohio State are going to lose in the pros.
Go fuck yourself.
And my Michigan players are going to go to teams where they're potentially going to win. And Michigan did have 10 players drafted this year. So that's a good showing from U of M. Yeah, for having a mediocre year, having 10 players get drafted is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. All right, man. Are you ready to get into our main topic?
No, we still got a few things on the hot sheets, brother.
Oh, shit. Yeah, see, we went right into sports. I skipped over the hot sheets.
That's fine. Rasan Marshall Thurber in talks to direct a Spy versus Spy movie for Warner Brothers.
I'm intrigued in how that would work. I'm intrigued how that would work.
You remember Spy versus Spy, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, from Mad Magazine?
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued to see how they would turn that into a fucking movie.
Right. Well, it's just too.
Would it be a comedy?
Probably.
It has to be a comedy.
I would hope so.
It has to be a
comedy. They were going to keep the spirit of it, because that was all it was. It was a big gag.
Yeah, you turn anything in other than that.
And did you ever play the Nintendo game Spy versus Spy?
I think I did. I don't remember much of it, but I want to say I vaguely remember it.
It was pretty fucking awesome. It played like shit, but I mean, you'd walk into one room, you'd set a trap. You'd walk out of the other room, you'd lure old boy through, he'd fall through a hole and die. It's right. Just the whole basis of the game. That's
why I vaguely remember that game.
Irfan Khan passed away. I don't know if you know who that is. He's from
I've seen
Slumdog
that
Millionaire.
I remember him from Jurassic World the most.
Yep, Jurassic World. Yep. He was a pretty famous actor, like real famous over in India. He was a real big Bollywood guy. But you know, he had his hands in a lot of stuff that was over here. Anyway,
was he
that's a bummer. What's that?
Was he in the movie Pie?
He was yeah, I think so. Life of Pi. I think he was in Life of Pi.
Life of Pi. Which that's an incredible movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really enjoyed
that. Yeah, I think we're all ready to get into this here. Back to the Future stuff. I know that you don't care for this movie much, but I think we should talk about it.
I know you think that, but I love this fucking movie. This movie, it was one of those movies, like, as a kid, I don't think I understood much, but I understood, like, a lot of the adult stuff in it, I didn't really get. And I watched it today while I was doing cleaning up and stuff like that. I had it playing in the background. And it's been one of those movies where it's been a couple of years probably since I've last watched it, and then really looking at it with the lens of we want to talk about it. It was like this movie couldn't come out, I don't think, in 2020.
No,
with the stuff with the mom and shit like that. I think too many people would be like, "This is fucking gross and weird and blah blah blah."
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think that the current culture would have taken chunks out of all kinds of shit.
Oh God, yes. This is some incestual thing, blah blah blah. Thank God
this is making light of incest or some other fucking nonsense.
Right, some stupid bullshit. I ain't got time for it. But
nobody got no time for that.
Fuck no.
So I'm gonna go ahead and run down the plot of the movie, and then you just go ahead and chime in when you got things you want to fucking yell at me about. You there? You're not moving.
Having a little connectivity issues. We're good.
All right. Did you hear what I said?
I hope so. I heard you, and then the last thing you said was, "You there?" And then it came back.
I'm going to read the plot of the movie, and then you just
chime in. I'm going to interrupt you.
To say.
Fuck yeah, I will. Son of a bitch.
It's son of a bitch. All right. The year is 1985, Hill Valley, California. Marty McFly visits the home of his friend, Doc Emmett Brown, an eccentric scientist. Has been missing for several days. Doc calls the lab and asks Marty to pick up some equipment for him and bring it to a special experiment he's got going on later on that night.
At Twin Pines Mall.
At Twin Pines Mall.
At Twin Pine Mall.
Okay.
It's actually October 24th, 1985, if we need to get specific.
Apparently we do.
Okay. I'm just letting you know. It's October 24th at this moment. October 24th, 1985.
So Marty realizes he's late for school, takes off for school, gets to school, meets his girlfriend, Jennifer Parker. And after being...
Hey, settle your shit. Fun fact, the girl who played Jennifer Parker in the first one, she initially didn't get the role, then she got the role after the fact because of the whole Michael J. Fox. A lot of people don't know this. Michael J. Fox was never initially the first guy to play Marty McFly.
Right.
The first guy they had, which they filmed a shit ton of that movie, was Eric Stoltz.
Yep, and he was a dud.
Yeah, dude. They said he didn't have comedic chops. They said that he was a character actor, method actor. I'm not a
method actor.
Method actor, where he stayed in the role. Like even when they weren't filming, you still called him Marty. he was still Marty. What are you doing?
I wanted to see if it fit with my headphones in.
But yeah, just a fun fact, man. They filmed a good. They've never really said how much of this movie they filmed or didn't film with Eric Stoltz, but there's a good chunk of this movie that was filmed with Eric Stoltz, and they redid it and got Michael J. Fox, because at the time Michael J. Fox, the ownership or whatnot have you of the management of Family Ties wouldn't let him go do this movie. So it ended up that Michael J. Fox would work nights. He was double dipping. He would work daytime, work Family Ties, and then at night he was working Back to the Future.
Yeah, and I guess it was a long drive. Like, he had to have somebody drive his ass so he could sleep in the van.
Yeah, he would sleep in the car, and he would go from one set to the next and then back. And he was double dipping on Family Ties and Back to the Future all at the same time.
Yeah. So Marty gets to the school, and the principal starts giving him shit about
Mr. Strickland.
Mr. Strickland, about how he's a slacker, just like his dad.
Dick.
I tell you what, now that I think about it, I must edit out myself saying like 50 fucking times when I'm editing this show. I say it a lot.
What do you edit out that I say?
Just the parts where you talk.
You're a cocksucker. Nobody likes you. Fuck this. Fuck this show. Fuck this podcast. Fucking I'm out. You guys are cool, but fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. You're cool. You're cool. You're cool. Fuck him. I'm out.
Scott Rasmussen said it the best. You're a slacker.
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 Anyway, the principal tells him they ain't never going to amount to anything. And then him and his band, the Pinheads, audition for the Battle of the Bands. People stand
in front of Huey Lewis in the fucking news. Actually, the band is Huey's band, and he's the one doing the fucking. You're just too darn loud. You're just too darn loud. So I thought that was pretty fun to know. Some people don't know. I don't, dude. I love this fucking movie, man. Like, there is the Star Wars. Yep, and Back to the Future, brother. I love me some Back to the Future. Oh my god,
the Future universe is in the same celestial.
No, you should call it, I don't want to call it a universe, but like Back to the Future was my first love before Star Wars when I was a kid.
Okay.
I love the car, the fact that you can travel through time, and just I mean that's a lot of my young self attached to Back to the Future. I used to make me and my sister would cut cardboard where we'd rip the flap off of a box and we put circles on the bottom of it, make hoverboards, and we'd throw them on the grass and run and jump and slide on the fucking cardboard and like it was a hoverboard. Oh man, we used to dress up and do all kinds of. You can't do that. You can't just get up and go.
Why? I can hear you.
Yeah, well, I couldn't hear you, and it made me scared. All those who aren't watching on the live, Mr. Don Sulski, Don DellaSnooch just gets the fuck up and just out of frame, just leaves a dude hanging. I can't take that, man. I can't.
Do I gotta make a sign? I have to go get another beer.
I would appreciate that. Yes, would you please do that?
All right, damn it. Anyway, Marty gets home that day after school and finds out that Biff Tannen has crashed the family car. Finds his sniveling dad groveling like a bitch while Biff Tannen berates him about a blind spot in his car that he didn't know was there.
And then the dude has the nerve to fucking bitch at him about his dry cleaning, about the beer he spilled on his fucking suit.
Right. And then criticize the beer he's got in the fridge.
Yeah. What a dick, man. What a fucking bully. Biff Tannen can suck it, dude.
Of all the bullies, shithead, asshole, bad guys that are in movies, Biff Tannen pisses me off more than most.
Oh, God, yeah. He's just a dick.
All the time. For no fucking reason.
Right, and he's a giant dick who would probably beat your ass.
Right, and I think the reason why I can't stand him is because I feel like I know him.
Oh, God, yes, dude. I feel like I knew
me of people I went to high school with. Which
I knew of people like him before I was in high school. They were just bullies. They were just mean.
Right.
Sorry, I shouldn't be reacting to what the fuck you're doing, but performance issues?
Nah, yeah, it's a little limp.
Yeah, look.
It was bugging me, and then I fucked with it, and now it's even more fucked up because that's what happens when you fuck with stuff.
You should stop fucking with it.
Better. You can't use the force on my mic stand. You can't.
I will. Eventually it'll work. It just might take a little bit to get there.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
I can't force project like Luke Skywalker, asshole. Right.
Anyway, Biff's giving fucking Marty's dad, George, the business. We meet Marty's mom. She's now like middle-aged. She's a drunk. She's fucking miserable.
You can tell it. When she's telling the story about how they met, she's just like, and then I knew I would spend the rest of my life with him. Like, yay.
Yay.
It's like that story lost its luster after so long.
Yeah, she tells a story about how her father hit him with the car and how she had to nurse him back to health.
And her dad was, and then George McFly is ducking the fact that he was being a peeping Tom, dirty little pervert.
Yeah, he completely disregards that.
Yeah, which we find out later he was being a dirty pervert hanging in trees watching women undress. Sicko. Get the internet.
Who is Dolores Umbridge? Why do I not know that name?
It sounds familiar. The Umbridge part does.
Okay. Marty meets Doc at the parking lot by the shopping mall. What mall?
At Twin Pines Mall.
At Twin Pines Mall at 1:16 a.m. on October 26th.
No, it's the 25th.
It's 1:16 a.m. on the 26th.
On the 25th. October 25th, 1985. If you'd like to pull it up, we can wait in silence while you do. Don't blink at me, asshole. Don't you blink at me. You're looking it up, aren't you?
No.
No, yes, you are.
I'm not looking it up. Doc unveils the time machine built from a modified DeLorean powered by plutonium.
A DMC-12. Come on, buddy.
Buddy.
Dude.
I'm just reading you the synopsis of the film.
I'm just letting you know, bro.
Okay.
All right, dude. Bing!
What are you playing, the fucking piano over there? Sounds like a Casio keyboard.
You don't worry about my keyboard, asshole.
Anyway, the DeLorean's powered by plutonium obtained from Libyan terrorists that the Doc promised to build a nuclear bomb for.
But instead, he built a bomb out of an old pinball machine.
What?
If you listen to his crazy little rant, he yells about instead he tricked them, took the plutonium, and built him a bomb out of an old pinball machine.
What the fuck? I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I know things, brother.
Mm-hmm. While showing Marty the controls, Doc sets the date to November 5th, 1955. Is that good?
You're doing well. You're doing well. November
All right.
5th, 1955. Did you get that right?
I did. The day he conceived time travel.
Yes.
The
He
terrorists,
birthed that shit all up in his noggin.
he was taking a shit, to be honest.
And that's what really happened. He slipped off the shitter.
He shit.
He got rubber legs when he stood up. He was reading a piece. He stood up, he had rubber legs, and he just fell over. That's what really happened.
Smart, I shit. Try time travel. The terrorists arrive unexpectedly, open fire on them, fatally shooting Doc Brown when he surrenders. Marty escapes in the DeLorean and inadvertently activates the time machine in the process. Finds himself
fun tidbit. A DeLorean speedometer only goes to 85 miles an hour. That speedometer was actually made to go to 95 so they could hit 88.
Yep. Yeah, it got modified.
Just throwing that out there.
It was also not possible for the DeLorean to reach 88 miles an hour in that parking lot.
I think it could be.
No, specifically, they tested it. It can't be done. It's not enough.
Did they use a DeLorean?
Yes. An original DeLorean.
You're pulling that out of your ass.
No, an original DeLorean cannot reach 85 miles an hour in that stretch, in that parking lot.
Well, they didn't have Doc Brown as the fucking mechanic, so I can't listen to that. And they didn't have a DeLorean that went to 95.
No, I said 85. They couldn't max out the DeLorean in that space.
It's all man.
The thing about DeLoreans is they look fucking fast.
Hashtag fake news.
The DeLoreans look fast, but they're slow as fuck because they're heavy.
They're super fast. They go back in time. Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I said you're wrong. I'm right. You don't know what you're talking about.
I guess I'm going to have to shut the fuck up because obviously
yeah. Yes. That's why.
DeLoreans don't have to obey the laws of thermodynamics is what I wanted to say.
No, they don't. They're in their own universal world doing whatever the fuck they want.
You just fucking said you didn't want this to be in its own universe.
Listen, you're thinking too hard with this. Let's just go. Okay? Let's just go.
Marty tracks down Doc's younger self for help in 1955. Doc's unimpressed with Marty's knowledge of the future, but finally believes him when he accurately recounts how the Doc invented time travel.
Because he had rubber legs when he was taking a shit and tried to stand up and he fucking hit himself. And
it was just earlier that morning.
It was rubber legs.
Rubber legs.
It was pooping. He didn't want to tell the truth.
I really don't want to envision Christopher Lloyd sitting on the shitter. I just don't know if I can do it.
You're going to have to because that's the story. That's behind the scenes stuff they don't want to tell you about. I know all.
I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it.
I think you do.
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you do it. Damn it.
What are you doing, my man?
Opening this beer.
There it is. There it is. Cheers, my friend.
Sláinte. Doc explains that the only power source capable of generating the necessary 1.21 gigawatts of electricity for the time machine is a bolt of lightning.
What the fuck is a gigawatt?
No, they said gigawatts.
But I'm going to say gigawatt.
So there's an interesting fact, too. When they were writing the movie, they talked to some physicists about how much power they estimate would be required to accomplish something like that.
Right.
And that's the number they spit out, 1.21
I'm so
gigawatts.
proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
I know. But
you did research.
specifically, the scientists that they were talking to were mispronouncing it as gigawatts. And so that's what ended up in the movie.
It sounds
Literally
better. They
spelled
changed
out.
the rule. Everybody calls it a gigawatt now.
No, they don't.
It's a gigawatt. Gigawatt.
Giga who?
Gigawatt.
But I guess in the original script, it was even spelled Jigga because they just didn't know any better. Damn it. Marty shows Doc a flyer that recounts the clock tower lightning strike so that they know where they can acquire said bolt of lightning to create the power source needed to re-energize the flux capacitor.
Do you remember what time that was? 10:04 p.m.
No. 10:04 seems... Ha! Isaac, my man, in the chat.
What?
Marty meets Doc at the parking lot by the shopping mall at 1:16 a.m. October 26th.
No! It's 25th. October 25th. I'm mad at Isaac. I think he's lying.
All right.
You can't trust that guy.
Anyway.
Although he is a fucking book of knowledge.
Right. Yeah, I trust Isaac usually 100% in these matters.
But today, let's not.
Whatever proves the narrative you want to believe in.
Hashtag Brady's news.
Yeah. Now who's the snowflake?
Not me, bitch, because I ain't crying.
All right. Doc instructs Marty not to leave his house or interact with anybody so that he couldn't fuck up his own future.
Oh, but wait, he already did.
He already done did it.
He done did it.
He realizes that he prevented his parents from meeting by saving George from getting hit by a car.
Because he's a pervert.
Because he's a fucking tree-hiding pervert.
Dirty bastard.
Dirty bastard. Doc warns Marty that he must find a way for Lorraine to fall in love with George again or he'll be erased from existence.
I got nothing. You fucking let him know.
Marty attempts to correct his parents' history and warns Doc of the future dangers, but both strategies fail. His attempts to
Hey.
Oh, now you got something to say?
I got something to say.
Motherfucker, you got to raise your hand.
I got something to say. Hi, everybody. Dude, he was trying hard. George McFly just wasn't working with him. All right. And then he had to show George McFly, be like, how are you such a punk, man? Because George McFly, dude, he was sad business. Sad business. That's all I got to say.
You interrupted me to tell me that George McFly was sad business?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. I'll remember that.
Because he was. He was sad business.
I'll remember that.
You better fucking remember that shit next time you watch it. Oh, and just got to throw this out. If all those of you who have iTunes, you can buy the trilogy 1, 2, 3 of Back to the Future for $19.99 right now. I bought it this morning.
Or you can watch them broke up into little segments on YouTube for free.
That's stupid.
That's what I did today. Because I was like, oh, yeah. Well, the thing is I thought that I had the trilogy all on one disc. And apparently either I don't or Mikey borrowed it and it never came back downstairs and it died somewhere up in that hell he calls a room.
That probably happened.
Or I loaned it out and it never came home. So all of a sudden I find myself without.
But if you want to get it so you can watch it, because you know we're going to do part 2 and 3 later down the road. So just throwing that out there.
Now that I think about it, remember I told you I bought that movie 1941 for us to sit down and watch together?
Yeah.
Because you said you'd never seen it?
Right.
It's still not here.
Wow.
It's caught somewhere in coronavirus hell.
That'll happen.
Anyway, Every time Marty attempts to fix this shit, it backfires, and he creates another little ripple in time that he's got to go back and correct. As is kind of the trope of all time travel movies, really.
As it should be.
So
Yeah.
Yep, I just hit a pothole.
Well, better fix that shit.
I might have bent my rim. Holy fuck.
Welcome to Michigan, bitch.
So what the fuck is going on in my notes?
I don't know because I don't have them.
I must have smoked something away.
What
Anyway, Doc Brown gets pissed off saying that he doesn't want to know too much about his own destiny.
He does get a little agitated.
He gets real tight about it. And you can't blame him. You know, he's like, I don't want to fuck up my own future, let alone yours or everybody else's.
Especially knowing what I know. Yeah.
Unmake time or something.
When shit don't happen, it gets real crazy.
Right. So then Lorraine asks Marty to the school dance. Marty comes up with a plan to get George and Lorraine back together.
And who does he use? Darth fucking Vader.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that scene.
From the planet Vulcan, he uses Darth fucking Vader. Hell yeah.
In the worst approximation of a radiation suit I have ever fucking seen.
Oh yeah, but well, hey, it looked cool.
It is a yellow Tyvek suit that you would use to keep dust off your clothes.
Hey, in 1985, that killed radiation, brother.
Yeah, I know. And then a welding mask.
It looked cool though.
When he flips it up, it's a hard hat.
Yeah, but it still looked cool, man.
I know. I bought it when I was fucking 7. I was like, that's fucking space age shit right there.
You looked like Lord Helmet's distant nephew.
Your cousin's, uncle's, brother's roommate.
That's who he was, dude.
Anyway, he's going to attempt to get inappropriate with his mom in the car, and George is supposed to come bust him in his grill.
That had to be an awful plan to make.
Oh, could you imagine having to get frisky with your own mom to ensure your own future existence?
How was he not already drunk before he did that?
I'm getting drunk thinking about it.
I'm getting there myself.
Ugh. Speaking of which, my mom's making me cookies, and I get to go pick up fresh cookies tomorrow.
Maybe you don't want to go do that after tonight.
Why? She's quarantined. She's safe. I can go get cookies, bitch. Do not tell me I can't have cookies.
But what if she's like, hello, Calvin? And you're like, what the fuck?
No.
Why do you keep calling me Calvin?
I'll burn those cookies.
Underwear.
I'll set them on fire on her fucking porch. So anyway, Biff ends up running into Marty. They get a little bit shitty, and then Biff throws him in a trunk. And then Marty.
Hey, fun little fact. One of the dudes that the tall, well, if you know who you know who Billy Zane is? The dickhead who was in Titanic as the asshole?
Uh-huh.
That was his first movie role. He played one of fucking Biff Tannen's little cronies, little henchmen.
Yeah. Yep, sure is. And in fact, I don't even think he had any speaking roles. I think he was just there.
Yeah, I don't think he gets speaking roles till the second part 2.
Right. But what is it about Billy Zane that always makes me think of a self-help guy? Is there somebody whose name is Zane that...
There was the Billy dude from OxyClean.
No, not that. Like self-help books.
No, Billy Zane was there. Billy Zane was there to help self-help you with some fucking OxyClean, bitch. He's gonna get your clothes clean.
Get off that fucking piano.
I can't help it, son.
We're not talking about the movie Big.
I'm trying to prove a point. Boop, 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 boop.
What in the fuck was that?
Big bitch. I was dancing on the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
Anyway, Marty gets locked into a trunk. The performing band has to fucking get him out of the trunk.
I just said Billy Mays, Billy Zane. That's why you're thinking of it so fuck you.
Mays.
That was the fucking OxyClean guy.
No.
Yes, it was.
No, there's like Lunar Girl says, there's a healthy guy motivational speaker, and his last name is Zane. I'm pretty sure.
You and Luna Girl are drinking the same bullshit tonight, and you don't know what you're fucking talking about.
I guess so. ShamWow.
ShamWow.
Billy Mays is the ShamWow guy.
Fuck yeah. And he's the OxyClean guy. Don't get me upset.
Have you seen the flex tape guy?
He's a douchebag.
Have you seen the YouTube videos of the guys like pretending to be the flex tape guy?
No, but I have to now.
Oh, there's a giant like tub of this Flex Seal dip stuff that comes in them gallon jugs, and he's like, "This electric drill is broken." And he dips it in this fucking tub of Flex Seal. He's like, "Look, fixed," and it's like dripping all over the place. You gotta watch it; it's fucking hysterical.
I'll check him out. Oh shit!
I'm telling you what, you get half drunk tonight and watch that video, you'd be lucky you don't piss your pants.
Shut up, Scott. Help.
Scott's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Anyway, the people who are listening to this part of the show on the actual podcast are going to be like, what in the fuck is going on? These guys have been so far off the rails. I'm not sure they're on the train anymore.
Who gives a fuck? It's our show.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, indeedy doo-doo.
Indeedly doodly. Anyway, Marty's
doesn't help me, Scott.
Marty's rescued by the band, who unlocks the trunk, and the lead singer / guitarist cuts his hand. That becomes useful later.
Or useless.
Or useless. Biff ends up in the car trying to get frisky with Lorraine. George shows up to pull Marty out of the car, but it's Biff. And Biff gets to shoving him around and berating him, and then fucking George just cold cocks him and knocks his ass out.
He twists his arm. He's got him posted up, twisting his arm.
Right.
The fly turns around and fucking clocks the
wallops him.
Yeah, he mollywops the fuck out of him one time. That was the best.
It was the best. Picks Lorraine up, and they're back to being in love in the future.
Or so we think.
The storm starts showing up. Wait a minute.
Because then after that, they get on the floor and Marty starts playing the guitar.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a little truncated with my notes here.
It happens.
Yeah, Marty's playing guitar, and George and Lorraine are dancing, and somebody cuts in.
Dickhole.
What's that?
That redheaded dickhole comes in.
Yep, he cuts in, and then so George goes to walk around. He's like, "Hey, wait a fucking minute!" And he turns around. It's like, "I just knocked a fucking giant guy out to dance with this girl. Go fuck yourself."
Pretty much, dude. He's like, "Your little ass ain't gonna fucking do nothing."
Right.
And then Marty goes on and fucking wreck shop to Johnny Be Good up on stage.
Yep. The most heavy metal version of Johnny Be Good that's ever been played.
Ever needs to be played.
So Marty says his goodbyes to Lorraine and George, and then he goes to meet Doc Brown at the clock tower for the storm. Gets in the car, and of course the car won't fucking start.
Well, you missed out on the one part when the cable that went from the clock tower down to connect across the road a tree falls on that, so they got to wrestle and finagle with trying to get that up. So Doc climbs up to the top of the tower to connect the cable while Marty unhooks it from the tree.
So here's one of the biggest parts of the movie where I get real tight about, and it really fucking pisses me off. I don't know if Zemeckis just didn't want to give it enough thought or whatever, but if the tree limb was sitting on the cord, somebody who's a scientist and can create something to generate time travel, I'm assuming has the ability to untangle the cord from a branch. Like the problem solving skills.
It disconnected it from the top.
Sure. But when he goes to climb up on it, he's pulling on it and it's stuck under the branch. That's the whole wrestling that he's doing, trying to get it. You know what I mean?
You're looking too far into it, man.
I know. It's one of those things where that kind of sloppy shit in a movie really fucks me up even 25 years later, 35 years later.
Love happens at the Enchanted Fishes. Jess, it's the enchantment under the sea dance. Come on, Jess. Get it together.
It's true. The Enchanted Fishes. I love it. So anyway, Doc Brown doesn't want to hear anything about his future. Marty writes him a letter. He tears up the letter.
He tears that shit up.
The DeLorean doesn't want to fucking start. And then it finally starts at the last second.
Boom!
Yep. He hits it. Lightning strikes. Boom. And he's back to the future.
Okay, he is.
After we did it.
Doc fucking shocks the shit out of himself. Gives him stupid white hair for the rest of his life.
I forgot about the fact that Marty went back a few minutes early so that he could warn Doc.
That's right. We need to hurry because I gotta pee.
Again?
Yeah, dude. I've drank a lot. I can go right now if you want to hit a pause.
No, you're gonna have to hold it for the next month.
Can't. Go!
After watching the Doc get shot, he grieves until the Doc gets up and he realizes that he'd worn a bulletproof vest.
Because he taped that motherfucker's letter back together.
That's right.
He said, what the hell?
Yep. Marty wakes up the next day to find his father-in-law's now not father-in-law. His father is now a self-confident, successful author. His mother's fit and happy.
I have to pee and I can't hold it.
All right.
Yep.
I'm going to talk to the chat again. This guy, Splatter, is just not happy today. I'm going to do a quick 30 seconds of silence-ish, and then you guys tell me what the fuck you want to talk about while he pees. Yeah, you're right, Scott. He's worse than Jason today. Dude, we're going to have to get him one of those little milking machines, so he can just like suction it up to his little udder so he can pee it while we're doing the show. On second thought, I don't think I want to see that. So let's just skip that. Move on. You're back?
You're a good person.
Give me 30 seconds. And we're fucking back again.
Fuck yeah. I'm sorry. I got a little kid bladder tonight.
Anyway, Marty awakens the next morning, find out his father is a self-confident, successful author. His mom's fit and happy. Biff is now a piece of shit auto valet. He does whatever it is that Marty's dad wants.
He's a piece of shit auto detailer. Fuck him.
Yeah. Marty gets that super sweet, was it Toyota pickup truck?
Yeah, Toyota SR5. That shit is gorgeous.
Which I thought was interesting. If you go back to the very beginning of the movie, when he shows up at Doc's house, the radio's playing.
Yeah.
And it talks about a sweet sale going on at the Toyota dealership.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. You've done well tonight. I'm impressed with you.
Well, I'm pretty fucking impressive.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Anyway, Marty hooks back up with Jennifer. They're getting ready to go up north for the weekend. And the doc shows up, all dressed like some kind of fucking 1990s fucking whack job with clear plastic tie and
a double tie.
Yeah.
No, it's not a double tie. He just got the clear tie. That's right.
Yeah, he's got the clear tie. And then
where Marty McFly has the double tie.
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, young Marty's son, Marty Jr.
No. Marty in 2015 has the double tie. Marty is an old man.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't remember it.
We'll get there eventually.
Right. That's of the three movies, that's my favorite. Back to the Future.
That is my favorite, but as I've gotten older, 3 has crept up on it.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. The 3 get into the DeLorean that now flies, powered by Mr. Fusion.
Fuck yeah.
The interesting thing about that is that was actually a Westinghouse food processor.
Yep.
And Westinghouse made them cover up the logo.
Yep, they fucked up on that.
It became Mr. Fusion.
Yep. And for people who don't know, there was not supposed to be any sequels.
Nope. It was originally just supposed to be a one-off.
Yep. And the only place that you could see where it said to be continued when it came out was on VHS. It did not show to be continued in the theatrical cuts.
Right. Yeah, it wasn't until it came out on video.
Yep.
So that was the movie.
Yeah. And it was a fantastic fucking movie. And eventually when we get part 2 and part 3, we can go back and revisit this one. Especially in obviously in part 2, but I love this movie, man. I love my dream car. I have 2 dream cars, and they're silly and shitty as fuck. I don't care what people's opinions are because they're mine, and I don't care. I love the Hummer H2, and I love the DeLorean DMC-12. Those are my 2 favorite cars on the planet. And this movie, if I ever won the lottery, I would get a fully functioning DeLorean that looked like the Back to the Future car. I would drive it with no problem.
Yeah, I would get a DeLorean, but I would put a Corvette motor in it.
Oh yeah, dude! I'd put a North Star 32 valve fucking Cadillac motor in there.
I forgot those Caddy motors fit in that.
Fuck yeah, dude! Those
have all kinds of balls.
Isaac says his is a Scooby Doo van. I can get down with that.
Yeah,
I can get down with that. But the Back to the Future car, I love. I mean, if you look at my vehicles, man, I kit bash the shit out of them. I throw different stuff that shouldn't be there, and I enjoy that. And I think it all started for me personally with Back to the Future.
If I was going to have a van, though, I would have an A-Team van.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Black van with the red stripe.
Oh hell yeah.
Yep.
Or I'm going the Dumb and Dumber dog van.
Nope. You're going to have to drive that motherfucker alone. I'm not even riding with you.
Yeah, you are.
I am not riding up next to somebody at a stoplight going, check out the shaggin' wagon.
It's a cardigan, but thanks for asking. Put that one. We gotta do Dumb and Dumber. There's so many winners from that movie.
I don't know if I can do it.
Yeah,
I can't even watch that movie anymore.
What?
I just can't. It pisses me off a lot.
Damn it!
I know it. And I know a lot of people really well. I know we talked about that before. You really have a huge love for that movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think that's one of those things where our age just
and that's fair.
I feel the same way about a lot of the movies that oh shit, what's his name?
Kevin Smith?
No.
Tarantino.
No.
Gandhi.
Yes. Fucking Gandhi movies.
I knew it.
Why I don't know why I'm blanking the guy's name. He was on In Living Color. Jim Carrey movies like Pet Detective and stuff like that. I like those movies just fine, but they are not classics for me.
Oh no, I like them too, but they're Dumb and Dumber are just there's something with Dumb and Dumber. I can't speak on every Jim Carrey movie like that. Dumb and Dumber specifically, I can speak on.
But but those movies are all in the same class for me. Now, like Old Man from Work calls that stupid comedy.
Right.
Because it's silly comedy or whatever. But I love movies like Naked Gun and Dragnet and shit like that.
Me too. But
I think it has to do with the age I was when those movies came out, as opposed to the age I was when Dumb and Dumber and the Jim Carrey Pet Detective-y movies come out. And I mean I like those movies just fine, but they're not up there on the pedestal like movies like Back to the Future are.
Oh, I'm not saying it is, but Dumb and Dumber, and that's fair for you, but Dumb and Dumber came at I don't know. Dumb and Dumber is just one of those movies that I really enjoy, and I can watch it, and it has a lot of familial stuff for me personally.
Right. I think one of these days we need to talk about Spaceballs.
Oh God, yeah. I want to watch that because it's been a while since I've watched that as a whole.
I usually watch that about every 5-6 months.
No shit.
Yeah.
I'll
be doing something else and I'll pop it in. I'll pop that in while I'm playing video games. Like I'll put it in the laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
And I will fucking just laugh and like games like that Fallout game I'm playing right now. There's not a lot of audio clues that I need.
Right.
So I'll put in a movie and I'll listen and kind of watch it out of the corner of my eye while I'm just going through the routine.
I do that too.
I fucking love that. That's one of my favorite, and it drives Tisha crazy.
We'll hit that movie up. It's been a while, so I want to make sure I can really watch it and appreciate it. So,
yep.
Back to the Future, dude. I can talk about Back to the Future with people all day long, man. If we can go round and round with Back to the Future personally.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely will work through the rest of them too.
Yeah, but we got to finish Batman. We want to finish the Batman stuff up. We got some other stuff we want to finish. I want to touch on some of the other Star Wars movies. So we got other stuff. We'll be there.
Next week, we're going to talk The Matrix and how it changed the way we looked at the world we lived in.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be fun.
I'm definitely going to be watching that to do some studying, if you will.
Right. Once we get up to episode 17, we're going to do that Dark Knight Returns.
Yep.
Videos.
Yeah.
I'll let you borrow those. Those will fucking rock your mind. You'll be like, what the fuck? I didn't know this was a thing. The Dark Knight Returns is the thing that got Kevin Smith back into comic books.
Nice.
So once he went through like we've talked about and most nerds our age talk about is there is a point where you stop paying attention to the nerd world because you wanted to get laid from girls.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
The Dark Knight is the thing that brought Kevin Smith back into comic books. So,
hell yeah.
Or The Dark Knight Returns specifically. I'm sorry. So when we get into that, you'd be like, oh shit, this is serious. And it sheds a lot of light into what happened in the Batman v Superman movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of stuff that the average person was like, what the fuck is going on? It was all derived from that storyline, but they did a shit job bringing people up to speed when they used it in that movie. So it seems really out of fucking context. You're like, why the fuck is Batman and Superman hate each other?
Right.
That's kind of what this story is about. Well,
I definitely want to get into that for sure. Like, I was a fan of Batman v Superman. Even not knowing some of that shit aside, I was a fan of that movie.
Right. I love that movie. It's not the movie it should have been.
No, I agree with that. But I was still a fan of it.
And I always tell everybody, like, the problem with Batman v Superman, now that we're really getting off on a tangent here, that was 2 movies. It should have been 2 fucking movies. Yeah,
and then I'm with you. So should have Justice League, but that's neither here nor there. That's a conversation for a whole other episode.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't mind having that. At some point, neither. We'll talk about why the DC movie universe didn't work.
Right. We'll get there.
I think that we can talk about that for a couple of hours about things that we liked without having to be shitty about stuff and be like, I hated all the things.
Oh, no, I don't, because I don't hate the movies.
Right. Because I think we both love it, but we both appreciate why it didn't work.
Right. Exactly.
You got anything more you want to add for today, sir?
No, man. Normally I would I'd be ready to run out of this, but I already went to the bathroom, brother.
Yeah.
I got nothing left. I'm on empty, man.
Well, why don't you talk to the chat for just a second? I gotta go grab something.
Oh, okay. Hello, chat. I'm here to talk to you. I'm Big Lovin. I'll be your host for the rest of this shit until Don gets back. You made that like it was going to be a lot fucking longer than it was.
Yeah, I totally threw my notes away.
Yeah, you did.
I wasn't even thinking about the fact that there's in the show notes.
Well, what do you got for us, friend?
Okay. Everybody make sure that you like this video. Give it Hey, speaking of which, have you checked the
I don't see one. I didn't see one when I checked.
All right.
I checked one.
Everybody go out.
We got it next time.
Everybody go out and write a 5-star review for this show on iTunes or wherever the hell you get this feed from. I say it's got to be a 5-star review. You can make it a 1-star review and tell us we're a piece of shit. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care either. You can hate our guts and tell us we're the most awful fucking podcast. God have mercy on us for fucking doing this. I could care less.
May God have mercy on your souls.
Right, exactly. You could tell us we're awful and we have no anything, and we'll still read it and laugh and keep doing the show.
Yeah, if you write us a review, we'll read it on the show. Specifically, Brady will.
Yeah, specifically me.
Subscribe and download to us on your favorite podcast app at the All Things Star Wars.
Pass us on the wrong syllable. You don't want to do that.
Shit is getting rough over here.
It's getting pretty bad.
I think what I'm doing is I'm reading the wrinkles in the page. And it just sounds like I'm having a stroke. Check out all of our podcast family, the All Things Star Wars podcast, Used and Abused, a music podcast, Layman's Terms, Tactical Swede, and our friends over at the Podbelly Network, like the Sofa Kings and Geekly Distractions. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll see you next time.
May the force be with you, and go blue.
Go blue.
Woo-hoo.